Hi everyone. Today we're going to be working on identifying evidence to support your ideas. So the purpose of this assignment is to help answer the question and then support your answer with evidence from the text. Okay, so the directions are to read the question, then highlight the correct response, and then choose a piece of evidence to add to your written response. Okay, so it might be helpful for you to also have your article handy, the Why Failure is Good for You, even if it doesn't feel good article. Okay, so I will do one with you, and then you'll do the other one on your own. Okay, so the first question, what is the author's tone in the selection? So we're looking for the tone, which is the feeling of the text. Okay, so the written response. In this selection, the author's tone is, and then we're going to choose either optimistic, relaxed, or hopeful. I think there's an argument that it is hopeful, but I think the stronger argument is that it is optimistic, meaning it's looking forward to good things in the future despite what's happening now. So we're having a positive attitude. So I'm going to highlight optimistic. Okay, then we're going to go over here to the evidence portion, and we're looking for the quote that best supports that tone of optimistic. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Feeling like a failure is hard, but learning how to handle failure can only help you succeed in the future. Okay, I think that could work. That is definitely optimistic. That's looking on the bright side, looking for the positive things. Okay, so I'm going to keep that one in the running. Literally everyone fails, and it's more than okay. Yes, that's also optimistic. I think that the first one might be a little bit stronger evidence because this one doesn't really get into why we should be hopeful, or I'm sorry, not why we should be hopeful, why we should be optimistic. But instead, this one says learning how to handle failure can only help you succeed in the future. I think that is more indicative of optimism or looking on the bright side. Okay, so I still like the first one a little bit better, so I'll cross that one out. No one likes to fail, and that makes perfect sense. Well, of course, people don't like to fail, but that's not looking on the bright side. That's not looking towards the positive. So I'm going to get rid of that one and use this one. Okay, so feeling like failure is hard, but learning how to handle failure can only help you succeed in the future. All right, so the last step is going to be taking our text evidence and using it in the written response to support our answer of optimism, or the tone being optimistic. Okay, so the reader can see this with the quote, and now we are going to write the quote out. Feeling like a failure is hard, but learning, forgot my comma, but learning how to handle failure can only help you succeed in the future. Okay, so now let's go back and let's read the frame now that it's completed. In this selection, the author's tone is optimistic. The reader can see this with the quote, feeling like a failure is hard, but learning how to handle failure can only help you succeed in the future. All right, that sounds good. The tone, I think, is correct, and our evidence definitely demonstrates that tone of optimism. Okay, so now on your own, using the model that we just worked on, you're going to answer a different question. The second question is, what is the author's purpose for writing this selection? Okay, and you will do the same thing. You will highlight what you feel like the purpose is and complete it here. Okay, and you will pick the piece of evidence and move it over to your written response. Good luck.